This coin you're looking at right now, it's not just 25 fils. There's a hidden story inside it that probably 90% of people living in the UAE don't even know. There's an animal engraved on this coin that was almost extinct in this region. And because of this coin, literally because of it, that species came back to life. If you have this small silver coin sitting in your pocket or lying around at home, by the end of this video you'll never look at it the same way again. Because hidden inside it is desert history, a king's vision, and a secret very few people know about. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel where we dig up extraordinary stories hidden inside everyday objects. Today's topic is the United Arab Emirates 25 fils coin. This is the smallest coin still in circulation in the UAE currency system. Smaller denominations like the 1, 5, and 10 fils have gradually been phased out. But this coin is still going strong, and its design has stayed exactly the same since 1973, just 2 years after the UAE itself was founded. In this video we'll cover when and why this coin was created, the real story behind the animal featured on it, the coin's technical details, material, weight, size, which coins are rare and what they might be worth, and finally, how you can check whether your own coin is something special. Whether you collect coins or you're just curious, this video is for you. Let's start with the real history. The birth of the coin. The United Arab Emirates was formed in December 1971, when 7 emirates came together to form a federation. The new nation needed its own currency. In 1973, the UAE Dirham was officially introduced, and that same year the 25 fils coin was launched. This was under the leadership of Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, the founding father of the UAE. Here's the interesting part. When the currency was being designed, it wasn't just numbers and text. Each coin carried something that represented the region's identity. The 1 dirham coin, a traditional coffee pot, or dala, representing Emirati hospitality. The 50 fils coin, oil derricks, representing the foundation of the UAE's economy. And the 25 fils coin, a gazelle. This wasn't a random choice. Every design was a statement. This is our land. This is our history. This is our pride. The other side of the coin is simple. The value written in Arabic, and United Arab Emirates, written in both English and Arabic. You can clearly see this in the first image, the number 25, with United Arab Emirates text circling the edge of the coin. And this coin, from its launch until today, over 50 years, has kept its original design. It's genuinely rare for a currency to maintain the exact same design for that long. The gazelle, the real story. Now let's get to the most interesting part. The animal engraved on the other side of the coin. In the second image, you can see a gazelle, neck turned, standing in an elegant pose. This species is the sand gazelle, sometimes also called the goitered gazelle, scientific name Gazella subgutturosa marica. It's native to the Arabian Peninsula. Here's the serious part. This gazelle is classified as vulnerable on the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, list. That means the species was at risk. Overhunting and habitat loss had drastically reduced their numbers. But the UAE didn't just turn this into a symbol. There was real commitment behind it. Sheikh Zayed himself was a strong advocate for wildlife conservation. For years, the UAE has run breeding programs specifically designed to bring the population of these gazelles back up. And that's where the cultural weight of this coin really lies. When an everyday Emirati or expat looks at this coin, there's a subconscious connection to the wildlife of their own land. This currency isn't just money. It's a daily reminder of responsibility toward the land. If you're in the UAE, you can actually see these sand gazelles today, alive, roaming, thriving, at places like Sharjah's Mleha Archaeological Center and various wildlife reserves, thanks to those breeding programs. So next time you put this coin in your pocket, remember, it's not just 25 fils. It's a conservation success story you're carrying around with you. Technical details, anatomy of the coin. Now let's get a bit technical, because these details matter a lot to collectors. Size and weight. The coin's diameter is around 20 millimeters, and it weighs approximately 3.5 grams. Material. Most 25 fils coins are made of copper nickel, a non-magnetic alloy. But here's an interesting twist. Some newer versions are made of nickel-plated steel, which is magnetic. If you have a magnet handy, You can easily test which type your coin is. Who makes it? These coins are produced for the UAE Central Bank, but the actual minting has happened in a few different places. Initially, the British Royal Mint. Later, the Royal Canadian Mint. Meaning this coin was technically manufactured not in the UAE, but in Canada or the UK, then shipped to the UAE for circulation. Design credit. Some versions of the Gazelle design were engraved by Geoffrey Colley, a professional coin engraver. Date system. The date on the coin appears in two calendars, the Gregorian, Standard, calendar and the Hijri, Islamic, calendar. You can see this in the first image too. Arabic numerals at the top of the coin show both dates. These small details are exactly what determine whether a coin is common or rare for collectors. Variations and rare versions. Now the part every collector wants to hear. Which coin is actually valuable? The 25 fils coin has been continuously issued since 1973, so technically every year has its own version. Most recent coins, from the 2000s or 2010s, have minimal value, basically close to face value. But a few factors can increase value. 1. Early year coins, 1973. The very first issue year, 1973, is more interesting to collectors, especially if the coin is in good condition. 2. Mint variations. As we discussed, British Royal Mint versus Royal Canadian Mint. Certain year and mint combinations are rare. Numismatists, coin collectors, track these closely. 3. Magnetic versus non-magnetic. As mentioned, both copper-nickel, non-magnetic, and nickel-plated steel, magnetic, versions exist. Coins from transition years, when the material changed, tend to be a bit more interesting to collectors. 4. Proof sets and specimen coins. In certain years, like 1989, special specimen or proof set versions were made, produced with extra care compared to regular circulation coins, sharper details, higher shine. These versions hold more value among collectors. 5. Condition, the most important factor. Honestly, as important as the year or mint is, condition matters just as much. A coin that's completely uncirculated, meaning it was never actually used, is worth considerably more than a scratched, worn-out coin. So if you have old coins lying around at home, in a grandparent's box, or an old jar, it might be worth checking them carefully. Most of the time they'll only hold sentimental value, but every once in a while there's a surprise. How to check your own coin. Let me give you a practical checklist if you want to check your own coin. Step 1. Look at the other side of the coin and confirm the date. Generally, the older it is, the more interesting it is to collectors. Step 2. Test it with a magnet. If the coin sticks to the magnet, it's nickel-plated steel. If it doesn't stick, it's copper-nickel. Step 3. Assess the condition. Is the coin shiny or scratched? Are the design details clearly visible or worn down? Step 4. If you think your coin might be something special, compare it against online numismatic databases like Numista or coin collector forums. Step 5. Most importantly, don't think of this coin as just currency. It's a small piece of UAE history, wildlife conservation, and national identity. Conclusion. So that's the full story of the 25 fils coin. A small coin carrying 50 years of history, the survival story of an endangered species, and the identity of a nation. Next time this coin ends up in your hand, take a moment to look at it. Remember, it's not just money. It's a statement. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more videos like this on currency and history. And let me know in the comments, do you have an old or rare coin? I might cover it in the next video. See you in the next one. Until then, take care.